Let's turn attention to the fuel subsidy removal, which has continued to generate mixed reactions. Members of the House of Representatives have thrown their weight behind President Bola Tinubu on the phase-out of fuel subsidy regime. The lawmaker, however, called for a proper regulatory framework to sanitize the system. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa tells us more.
Nigeria, as Africa's biggest oil producer, has constantly come under fire from the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund for the heavy financial burden it carried in providing subsidies on fuel. The organizations argued that the money spent on subsidies could be better spent on other essential services such as healthcare, infrastructure, and education. Indeed, attempts by previous administrations to take the bull by the horns have always been met with stiff opposition, particularly from organized labor. The Buhari government could also not muster enough will to tackle the Hydra-headed monster. But the 2023 Appropriation Act put paid to fuel subsidy as inherited by the Tinubu government. Nigeria's oil company, NNPC Limited, says although there was provision for subsidy in the budget up to June 30, there was no money to fund it. But while they empathize with Nigerians on the new price regime, these lawmakers say removing subsidy is the way to go.
In reality, we are subsidizing neighboring countries. And as such, it is better to remove the subsidy and deploy those resources to our much-needed infrastructure.
Can't buy a full tank as one who earns the minimum wage. One tank is more than the minimum wage.
The National Assembly, which I belong to up to today, voted for subsidy to end in June.
The lawmakers also seek needed palliatives to cushion the effects of the subsidy removal.
There should be mass transportation available. The facility to move people from one point to the other should be available so that it will be cheaper. People must go to work. People must go to school.
If NLC is progressive in nature, they should be able to sit down with Mr. President, and help him, to streamline this direction.
The reality is that it's a very few cabal that benefit from this whole subsidy issue.
It is on record that all the leading presidential candidates in the last general election in Nigeria pledged to take the bold step and remove fuel subsidy if elected. Their argument was predicated on the need to better impact the lives of the average citizen who benefits the least in the fuel subsidy chain. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.